9 o'clock, I hereby call this meeting to order. We need approval of the agenda for today.
I make the motion.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Agenda is approved. We need approval of the minutes. I assume everybody's read every word.
Absolutely.
Studied them.
All right.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
The minutes of last meeting are approved. New business. New business? No?
No new business today.
Jeepers. Can we come up with something?
This is going to be a quick meeting.
But what's quick?
What do you think? We can do it in 5
All
minutes?
right, so no new business. How about old business? No old business. Wow. Certification list. Surely we have.
That we do have for you this morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, first up for list approval is our Community Development Specialist, which is an entry-level position in the Community and Economic Development Department, and we did have our 30-70 split. So candidates do need a bachelor's degree in planning, public administration, or closely related field, and 2 years of experience in economic and or real estate development, neighborhood planning, or again, related field, and have a valid driver's license. So we did have 25 applicants, however, only 6 were qualified. This is something we did discuss when reviewing our stats. The vast majority of those that did not move through to the next step in the process, although they did have planning in their current or previous roles, it was not relevant to the actual position itself. So that did leave us with 6 candidates that were invited to the written exam. 2 did not respond, and 2 did score below 70%. So the 2 candidates that passed the written exam were invited to the interview, and they passed, again, the interview, background check, and are on the list to be certified.
What is a community development specialist?
Let me go ahead and call Bruce Berger up.
Or have I asked that question before?
But you won't remember this time either.
I know it.
So this position, Bruce Berger, Community and Economic Development, this position is planner-like, but the idea is doing a lot of our environmental reviews. So we have a lot of federally funded projects, and so being able to review those projects at different levels to satisfy that it won't have a negative impact on the environment or vice versa, and so as a result, then we're able to commit the funds to the project. So it's something that does take a fair amount of time. There will be other duties too, but that's one of the primary responsibilities.
Okay. I just don't know that the title, it'd be so much with environmental that they relate, but.
Good question. We had quite a discussion about maybe we put environmental in the title. The word is a little bit misconstrued in the federal parlance because some of it is the property in the floodplain, and you checking a map to see if it is. Sometimes you're looking to see if it's the slope is. It's more of a planner related position, and then since we don't have planning in particular in our department. We thought a lot about the name and how best to title it. So this is our latest trial edit, and we got a fair number of applicants, but yeah, that's a good question for the future. We may, stay tuned, 10 years from now, we may want to call it something different, but yeah.
Gina, I see somebody have 18 to 21 years old. Wow, and they have a college degree already. All right, good for them.
Good for them.
You know, it's...
Well, 21.
Dual grad.
21. 21 you could, but it'd be hard with 2 years experience.
Well,
Yeah. And I find our final 2 candidates to be interesting with ethnicity, et cetera. So that's good.
Yes, diversity. Okay, I'll move on to the next position. So next we have up is laborer. Laborers can be hired full-time laborers can be hired in street, sewers, or compost divisions of Public Works. And again, we did have our 30-70 split. So candidates do need a high school diploma or GED equivalent, have a valid driver's license and then obtain their Class B CDL with air brake endorsement within 3 months. And then we do have our standard background, physical, and residency requirements. So we had 42 applicants. 40 were qualified and invited to the written exam. 17 did not schedule, 3 did not show, and 3 did score below 70%. 17 candidates passed the written and were invited to the interview. 1 did not schedule, 2 did not show, and 4 scored below 70%, leaving us with 10 candidates passing all the interview, background check, and are on the list to be certified. And then we have our stats. And I'll move on if there are no questions.
So this is an entry-level position.
It is, yes.
They're not driving the front-end loader.
Now, let's see, Nicole.
Nicole Gleason, Public Works. So this is our entry-level position. A majority of the people coming into this position do not have a CDL at time of application, so we are helping them to obtain their CDL. And if they would like training on some of that heavy equipment, we generally do, like on rain days and things like that, try to afford the opportunity for training so that when promotional opportunities come up, they're able to apply and be successful at the promotional time. But they generally would not operate that kind of equipment until they have received a promotion.
So this guy just got the pitchfork.
Well, they do snow plows, so they're primarily using the CDL to operate the dump trucks.
Okay.
Yep.
Then we have our transit operator, which is an entry-level position in the transit division of Public Works, and our written exam was weighted at 100%. So applicants need to have 6 months of work experience in the operation of a vehicle on public thoroughfares, must possess their valid Class B commercial driver's license with air brake and passenger endorsements, and then again, background check, physical, and residency requirements. We did have 25 applicants. 20 were qualified and invited to the written exam. 7 did not show. 1 was disqualified, and then 4 did score below 70%. So we did have 8 candidates pass the written and were invited to the background. 2 candidates were external, and they did pass the background check, and then 6 are current part-time employees, and then previously passed the background check. So we do have 8 on the list to be certified. And our stats.
So I take it you do have part-time bus drivers.
We do, yes.
Okay.
There you go.
And typically, yep, our part-timers do apply for the full-time position, which is civil service.
You could be one.
I don't think so. Probably have to have a little more personality.
And I would point out that you did have a nice variety of applicants.
We do, yes, we did. Okay, last is our firefighter engineer, which is a promotional position in the fire department. Back in December, you did approve the examination process. So we had our 45, 45, 10 split. So this position does require 1 year of completed service at the rank of firefighter first class with the Davenport Fire Department by the original exam date, and have knowledge of all Davenport streets. Possess a driver's license that allow them to operate a fire apparatus in the state of Iowa, and then our residency requirements. We did have 19 applicants. All were qualified and invited to the written exam. 1 withdrew, 1 did not show, 2 did score below 70%. So we have 15 candidates pass the written exam. They were invited to the practical. 1 did not show. 14 candidates did pass the practical and were invited to the interview. All passed the interview. However, per civil service code, only the top 10 candidates can be placed on the list. So we do have 10 candidates on our list to be certified today. Okay.
I just have a question. They have a knowledge of Davenport streets. Do you pick out an obscure street and ask them where it is, or how do you determine that?
So In the routine training, they are actually, for the fire department, they are trained on the streets and the areas of where the streets are located at. So we do have sections of maps, and then we ask them what street the red line would be located, or where that street would be located, and it is multiple choice on the
So it's
exam.
all streets, all of Davenport streets, just not the one that's in that particular fire department's
Correct.
area.
So we had a total of 25 questions that were street-related questions, and they were streets throughout the entire city of Davenport, not just one area. Yes,
I notice we do not have diversity on this list.
correct. So that is something, of course, that we're working on. We do have diversity in the higher ranks in the fire department. And then just recently, we had a new recruit class of 10 new hires, and it was a diversified class. So we will see that as they come up throughout the ranks in the upcoming years. And soon we will be posting our firefighter position as well. So we are working on diversity in creating that list too.
One thing I've always wondered, like you present the list and you do a really good job. You get like 10 applicants or 10 people certified. Could you tell us each time, like today, how many you need? You know what I mean? If there's 10, not just firefighters, but anybody, if you've got 10 on the list, how many are you looking to hire today?
Sure, Chief Carlston?
Mike Carlson, Fire Chief. Right now, we actually have 3 current openings, so we're waiting for the certification of this list. The list is good for 2 years, so it's hard to say how many other candidates we would pull off that list. Looking in the future, I do have some dedicated promotions, so we do know that more names will be pulled off this list. Our last promotional list, due to a lot of retirements, we ended up going through that list within about a year and a half time frame. So it kind of varies on how many retirements we have. Do we have that stair step of upward promotions?
Okay, I was always curious, the different jobs like firefighter today or labor, or how many you've got these lists, but how many do we need today? Are you gonna interview, or hire? Okay,
And all the people on that list won't remain on that list, will they? They'll get another job somewhere else.
Right now, they are all active firefighters. So this is a promotional list.
Okay.
So they are all part of the fire department. This is just an opportunity for a promotion.
Okay, thank you.
okay. Thanks.
Any other questions? Okay. That completes our certification list for today.
Thanks, Gina.
You're welcome.
I'd entertain a motion to approve the certification list.
I make the motion.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, the lists are approved. Does anybody have anything exciting?
Well, I move to adjourn.
That's it. Well, Pat's going out. Okay, second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
We are adjourned.